can just sitting in one place and doing nothing, what we call it as meditation, help prevent heart disease?
Yeah, no.
Rightly said.
Yeah, that is a good question. Let us look at what is the cause for heart disease. Heart disease is an early aging disease which is related to lifestyle. Very clearly it has been established there are 4 or 5 risk factors like obesity, diabetes, smoking and mental emotional tension and stress. Behind all these, what is the factor? It's the mind. All people who are obese know what to eat, what not to eat, but they cannot control their tongue, therefore it's all in the mind. They know that obesity is bad for health and then weight reduction, therefore they know that it is laziness that makes them not to exercise, therefore obesity, therefore mind. Of course, stress is in the mind, smoking in the mind, diabetes not being under control again in the mind. So it's all mind management, lifestyle, mind. Therefore, what is it that we are doing in the mind? We are rushing, speeding, fast life, all the time, on the go, on the go. And these people, particularly our type A personalities, are always stressed out, angry, perfectionist, achievers, targets, deadlines, unending ambitions. So the mind is all the time working. And this is what our sages are saying, that you should also learn how to switch off the mind when not required. So what we teach in yoga basically is to do deep, slow breathing, relaxation technique and all this to help them to slow down the mind consciously. It's not just sitting quiet and doing nothing. They have to observe their mind. They have to look at their own mind with closed eyes, observe their breathing, observe their body, see where all the tensions are stuck, and then calm down the mind by using a syllable, meditation, etc., in which we give very, very deep rest to the nervous system and reverse the whole process of accumulated stress over a period of time. There's a big science behind it.
I always wanted to know that how can yoga, like what kind of medicine will you people prescribe in yoga for a cancer patient?
Who's already terminally ill? Come on,
That's
it's
why.
like
In cancer, one of the major problems that causes cancer, aggravates cancer, and creates lots of problem in cancer patients is their enormous fear. So overcoming fear is mind management. So unless you handle the mind, it's very, very difficult. There is lot of evidence today about the role of mind stress in the causation of cancer, aggravation of cancer, and non-response to the medication, side effects that occur due to cancer, and survivorship. So in all these areas, there is a lot of research evidence, and therefore we prescribe many special, deeply non-stress reducing techniques which we call as mind sound resonance technique, PET, pranic energization technique, MIRT, mind imagery technique, and there is enough data today to show. We have published about 12 research papers to show the benefits of all these very subtle, deep level meditative techniques which harness their fearlessness, stability, confidence, courage to strengthen their immune system and fight the disease, which is complementary to the modern medical management that we are using today.
Yeah, how can yoga treat a mentally ill patient, a retard, with all the postures and breathing, and he's already ill mentally, that
and
too.
he won't even be able to concentrate,
Yeah.
and he'll be sitting and listening to all these techniques.
It's difficult to follow the yoga module for a mentally ill patient, I guess.
In mental illness, there are two major categories of mental illnesses. One is the type where they have awareness, we call it neurosis. And the other one where they have no awareness of their illness, they are mad, aggressive, they are always thinking that somebody else is at fault. This is psychosis. Even in psychosis, we have been able to show two major benefits, that if they do dynamic yoga, which initially starts as very erratic, as you rightly said, they will not be able to follow the instructions, they may be very agitated or depressed, or they are not aware what they should be doing, we make them do it in the form of Krida Yoga, we call it, game-like practices. And after, of course, we take exercise and give them a regime and a routine, and through that we have demonstrated, documented that their cognitive abilities improve, their awareness comes up, and their performance improves, and the way they can become motivated to do something can improve. This is the psychotic part. In bipolar disease, in schizophrenia, etc., we get these benefits. The other major area we work on is the neurosis, where they are aware, yes, I am suffering with lot of anxiety and I feel like committing suicide and I am very much depressed. Here again we have lot of data, demonstrated, evidence-based, randomized controlled trials, where we have been able to show that yoga can improve their ability to calm down their nervous system, give deep rest to their nervous system, reduce the stress hormone levels, and improve their neuropromotive chemicals in their brain also has been demonstrated. So we do teach them techniques which are individualized and select the specific practices and avoid, of course, meditation, etc., where they may go into aggravation of their condition through yoga.
Yeah, I have a question. How can by just bending and stretching the body, can you reduce glucose levels in
You
the
mean
body?
for diabetes?
Yeah, for the diabetes.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Let me give you an example. There was a patient who came to us with diabetes. He has been diabetic for almost 15 years and on insulin for almost 6 years, taking 100 units of insulin, and he has understood everything that the conventional medicine promotes in the form of exercise, proper diet, and he regularly manages his weight and fairly systematic, but is a big businessman, international business, goes around the world. Naturally, even when he goes out, he takes care of his diet and exercise, but insulin level goes on increasing. His doctor is from Jocelyn in Boston. He asked his doctor, sir, you see, I have done all the changes as you have advised, but why is my insulin going on increasing? Doctor said, this is the maximum that the medical science can offer. You are doing very well as far as lifestyle change is concerned, but you have to really take the insulin because your pancreas is not working or insulin resistance is going high. So is what he said. But the same gentleman comes here and stays here for about 2-3 weeks, and now it's 4 years since he has started doing yoga based physical activity and meditative practices, stress management through a lot of thinking, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, gnana yoga and all this, and he found now he has completely not only stopped his insulin, his HbA1c is 5.2 and he is now ready to stop even the last half tablet that he was taking. How did it happen? That is purely because of his understanding of his own mind and handling his mind. Whenever there are stressfully demanding situations, he handles his mind, calms down his mind and says, no, I am not going to react, but I will only act to the situation. And for that he finds yoga to be very, very beneficial. So there is a lot to do with the mind management, my dear children.